Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another scuffed video. I'm just joking. But anyways, today we're talking about degrasse Tyson. Now, if you don't know who that is, he had a really cool show, science show, if you will. You probably watched it when you were a kid. Personally, I love Neo and I had a level of respect for him. But until, ladies and gentlemen, I recently followed his Twitter. And I mean, this was just too good to pass up on. He recently made some more than disrespectful comments on his Twitter about the recent tragedy in Ohio. So you may be asking yourself, what did he say that was so disrespectful? Well, here we can see what he said. Now, in case you can't read, he's basically comparing the recent shooting to other death statistics, and he's basically just smacking you in the face with his scientific genitals. I mean, he's completely disregarding these people's livelihood and their families, and just the overall sadness of the whole incident. He's comparing the shooting where somebody deliberately went out and took someone's lives to something like a sickness or a car accident, which is very messed up. It's almost as if he has no human emotions. I mean, this is probably the lowest thing I've seen in a long time from somebody. I mean, I understand what he's saying, that we often miss many things when they're not portrayed by the media, but the way he says it is so disrespectful and blatantly wrong. I mean, you can't compare something like a car accident, where maybe someone dies, to someone literally going into a Walmart and taking people's lives. That's so disrespectful to the families and anyone involved in these shootings, and just their livelihood as a whole. I mean, if you look through his whole Twitter timeline, you can kind of see, that he is just completely went off edge. He's not even a human anymore. He doesn't feel human emotions. He's literally a robot. I mean, if we look at the tweet directly below this, he's criticizing the recent Frozen 2 movie for the snowflake on the cover. It's apparently too unrealistic. I mean, I don't know how to explain it to you. Yeah, a movie about an ice princess who literally can make ice out of nowhere. And you're worried about the snowflake on the cover being too unrealistic? And I mean, honestly, scrolling through his timeline, you can kind of see that his whole Twitter is filled with these giant condescending statistics and stuff. And also, man, mentioned some of these statistics he posts are really fake. I mean, we just look at that 500 number right there. That's not true. That's a bit exaggerated, mate. And, even if it were true, that's still a terrible thing to say about the recent shootings. And it's horrible that he would bring this up in a manner like this. And it honestly, it disgusts me. I mean, I can't say I've not made a few terrible jokes about stuff like this, but this is blatant disrespect and disregard for human livelihood. I don't mean to get all serious on my channel. I am a reaction channel, so I try and keep the content funny, but this kind of sent me over the edge and made me really mad, because this is, something no one should ever say about anyone in this manner. I mean, if you look through his whole just Twitter timeline, he's literally the definition of the stereotype. Well, actually, with his finger pointed up in the sky, making an argument that no one cares about. It's insane to think that people are still like this. People should have grown out of that stereotype in the 3rd grade. This is sickening to me, I mean, it's almost as if you're sitting there and you're sad. You're like, I'm not having a good week. I didn't get very good hours at my job. I'm not getting paid much. I'm not making enough money to support my my bills, you know, and then someone turns around, they're like, well, better be lucky you have those electricity bills. Some kids in Africa don't know what electricity is. You know, it's like, yeah, well, if we compared our problems to everyone, no one would be happy. Because Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, he's not even happy. And he's got $40 billion in his bank account, for crying out loud. This is insane. And the whole stereotype of, well, actually, that's such a cringy stereotype. I hate it so much. It's literally the worst stereotype in the game. Okay, I gotta take a little break from being so serious. I just said in the game. Jesus Christ. I told you guys, scuff videos. And this one's different. I have a script in front of me for this video. But anyways, guys, this was the dark side of Neil deGrasse Tyson. Personally, I lost so much respect for this guy. I mean, he used to be someone you would look up to as a kid. Now he's, you know, someone you think, wow, how did they get that way? It's kind of like when you see someone, you know, start to dabble in some alcohol and drugs and stuff, you know, they start to take a little too much. You know, it's like that, but 10 times worse, because it's almost as if he's not even a human now. I mean, he's literally Rick Sanchez, but Rick Sanchez actually cares about some things, like his family. And if you guys don't know who Rick Sanchez is, he's Rick from Rick and Morty. You know, he's all scientific. He has no real emotions. You know, he's practically a robot. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the scuffed video. Although I have a script in front of me, I kind of did improvise a little because the script made the video like 3 minutes long, and you know, I need to get it at least 7 minutes to get that, you know, get in that recommended page. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, remember to be good humans.